Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Round 20 in the bag and an absolute old-fashioned bed shit. Yeah, so where do I begin? 1044, lost 974 spots. Brings me down to a season rank of 1,539. And the Soy Boys are absolutely dancing in the streets at the moment. They are absolutely cheering. The Soy Boys have been waiting for 20 weeks. 20 weeks for me to have a round like this. And they finally get it, eh? So let's go over what happened. An absolute crash out round. So just a heads up, what actually happened was a 1 in a million chance of happening. So stay tuned and I am about to tell you what happened. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over obviously each game like we always do. We'll make it quick tonight because I just worked 12 hours and kind of want to just chill out. So let's get into it, boys. Let's get into it. We'll start from the Warriors and the Knights and we'll rip through. Knights with a fucking unbelievable finish to the game. Yeah, that's really annoying, especially for the Knights, who seem to just be falling short more weeks than not. Halasima with a last second try, 76. I had no Warriors players in this game. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck is turning out to be a very, very good pod option. I mentioned him a few weeks ago on this channel. He is actually going to, I believe, score quite well over the next few weeks. If you're a head-to-head player and you really, really want a solid pod play for the run home, Roger is your man. The Knights, Gagai top scored 93, Greg with an 85. Greg's looking good, man. It's such a shame that they're riddled with injuries, hey. If they were riddled with injuries, I'd be grabbing Greg in a heartbeat. The rest of the guys are irrelevant. Tigers and Titans. Dewey with a field goal to finish the game off at the end there to keep the Tigers from getting a wooden spoon this year, but it's still on the cards. It's anyone's game at this point. There's a few shit sides down the bottom, so Tigers get a much needed win there. Terrell May with his typical 105. Well, actually, no, it's not typical. It's been a little bit low for him lately, so to his standards, not, before anyone comes at me. So, yeah, Terrell May with a 105. Taylor May looked good for his first game back with a 90. Jerome Luai with an 84. Is that like the highest score Luai's scored in like a long time? 84? That's his highest score for the season? And that is his highest score since round 21 last year. Yeah. Appy Coruscant with a 62. The rest of the boys are pretty irrelevant. Skelton actually has been looking good. But this time of the season, trades are very, very thin, guys. So we don't really want to be bringing in Tigers wingers, do we? No, we do not. Titans, yeah. Jaden Campbell with a 56. 2 try assists at the start of the game. Looking amazing. And then nothing. So, yeah, Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell, everyone. So, he's lost 200k over the last few weeks, which is amazing. Bo Firma, 65. The rest of the boy, Tino, man, Tino with a 15. So shout out Tino, thank you very much. You were a part of the bed shit. You were a part of the degenerate bed shit this week. So shout out to Tino. That's 1. So we've still got 4 more guys to shout out. Moving on. Storm and the Seagulls. Manly with an absolute shocking upset. So Manly at home, Storm at home, do not lose. And when they lose, it's not against Manly. So Turbo 74, Garrick with a 59. Man, if Turbo goes back to fullback soon, man, like I'm not going to do it. But you know what I mean? Like I'll be looking at it. I won't do it. The rest of the boys did nothing to really talk about for Manly. Coach with a 103. He's a good pod too, but Manly's draw's a bit tough. Jerome Hughes with a 76. Munster with a 64. Katoa with a 42. Pretty low for his standards. Yeah, not much doing. Meaney with a 55. A lot of people traded him in. Grant 56 with a try. Did he score a try? No, he didn't. Sorry, my bad. Jeez, I thought he scored a try but got disallowed. That's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, moving on. Bulldogs and the Dragons. It's every week at this point. It's every single week as a Dragon supporter. It's every week, man. Guru put up a really, really good stat around the Dragons. And I'll read it out. I'll read it out because it's actually really, really good. So, where are we? It will take me 2 seconds to get this. Bear with me, legends. Guru. So the Dragons have won 6 games and lost 11. But of those 11 losses, 8 of them have been by sub 8 points. On 5 occasions they've lost by 4 points or less. 3 of them were actually by 1 point. They've only been defeated 13 plus once this season. Only the Raiders and the Storm twice this season. Only the Raiders and the Storm have less 13 plus losses. And we lose by a Galvin cutout pass in the last minute of the game. Yeah. It's frustrating. It's like we have the side. Like the Dragons have a side to be in the top 8. They do, right? But for some reason, it's their halves, sure. But they're just falling short every single time. I think next season's going to be a lot better. Atkinson comes in. I'm sure they've got some good signings coming through, and they've got a lot of young players coming through, like losing both Couchman brothers, losing Dylan Egan, losing Christian Tuipulotu. Like, these are great players, and like for us to be able to go right to the end with Bulldogs, who are a top 4 side, very frustrating stuff. Gutho with a 103, Galvin with an 86. Marnie 76. There's not much going on. Sloan has been on a try-scoring rampage. I swear to God, Sloan has scored something like 4 or 5 tries in the last 2 or 3 games. Flanagan 64. Connor Tracy with a 56. Kickout 48. Preston 40. So a lot of these boys that are highly owned really didn't do much. Yeah, there's not much doing, but Karaz 74. Now, I put up a short on my podcast the other day stating that he's going to be suspended for 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me just yet, but I'm pretty sure he's okay. He just had to pay a fine, and he's going to be okay this week. Just wait for confirmation. Don't come in the comments and try and absolutely put me on a crucifix if I'm wrong. Just wait. I'm sure there'll be one soy boy. Eels and Raiders. This score doesn't depict the game. Like, the Raiders were on thin ice for most of this game. The Eels look so good. I honestly thought, I was like, wow, like the Eels are genuinely going to upset the Raiders here. But the Raiders just ran on with it in the back end. Hosking with a 100. I'm slightly annoyed that I traded Hosking. I went Hosking to Angus. because Nicholson is due back any second now. And I think once Nicholson come back, he's going to fuck that whole rotation up. And I think Hosking is going to be the one to make way for a little bit. So, look, I was a little bit hesitant, but he's gone now and he's scoring well. So, yeah. Lomax updated to a 95. Absolutely brilliant. Moses is back this week. Honestly, like, Lomax doesn't need Moses. Lomax does not need Moses. Look at the last few scores from Lomax. 95, 86, 88, 81. Yeah, it doesn't need Moses. That was the narrative that everyone was starting to paint before. They were like, oh, I don't really want to get Lomax in because we haven't got Moses. So, yeah, about that. Now everyone's going to be getting him in. So there goes that pod play. Yeah. So moving on. Horse with an 88. Owen Paddy with a try to pump him up. Fuck, he's going to be good, man. He's going to be so good when he gets older. Hudson Young with a 65. That's scary as a non-owner. I have been saying to everyone, get Hudson Young in for the last 5 fucking weeks, and I still haven't been able to get him in. I wish I traded... yeah, I wish I got Young in instead of Nickera. But we will talk about that in a minute. Righto. Yongi with a 58. Starling 44. Yeah, look, I'm just going to hold Starling. Even though it's just going to be one of those ups and downs, topsy-turvies for the hooker spot. I don't really care at this point. Hooker spot's not going to make or break my year. Righto, Panthers. Panthers, get it out. And the Rabbitohs. Dylan Edwards with a 173. Now, if you didn't own Dylan Edwards and you didn't captain him, you probably didn't score very well. Or you probably scored around 1,200. That was... if you didn't have Edwards, you probably scored 1,200. That was pretty much it. Casey McLean with a 109. I highlighted Casey McLean to everyone last week, and I said, if you need a pod play, Casey McLean is your man. And I didn't do it myself. So 109 for Casey McLean. He is going to be an amazing player for the run home. And I don't have him. Garner, 95. AJ, blah, 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 blah. There's no one really too much to talk about. Kalamatangi, 48. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he's going to be okay. But if he's not, he's just going to be a very, very easy ticket to Huss of a pain. So, anyway, Brian To'o. I traded Brian To'o in. I went Asako to Brian to free up 120k to make way for Payne Huss next week. And to actually have a genuine great gun centre wing for Panthers draw. Now, I believe it's a cork or a knock to the knee that he got an operation on recently. We still don't know whether or not he's going to be out for a little bit, but we're just going to have to wait and see. A lot of people, well, not a lot, certain people said that getting Brian To'o in was dumb. Huge hindsight there. Like, I understand there was an injury cloud around Brian To'o, but there's, mate, every player in the NRL has some form of injury or has had an injury this season, and you still get him in. Like, he was cleared of an injury. He played all 3 games of Origin, looked great, played round 18, I think it was, had a rest last week. Ivan rested him, and he was ready to go this week. So he was ready to go. That was it. If he wasn't ready, I'm telling you now, Ivan Cleary would not play Brian To'o if he was injured. And of course, it happens. So 38 points. Shout out to Brian. Sharks, Roosters. Brayley, fucking hell, man. Brayley, 108 points. This guy is absolutely killing it, and I can't waste a trade at hooker. I've got him in draft, though, so yeah, loving that at the moment. Brayley with a 108, Will to 91. Angus with a 69, pretty decent. Finally gets his try. Well done, Angus. I know you watched the channel, mate. Well done, mate. Finally getting a try because Sam Walker is back. Now, it's amazing what happens when a playmaker comes in and feeds Angus some good ball. 69 points, 66 for Walker. The rest of the guys are pretty irrelevant. Watson with a 47. Watson's been underwhelming for owners. Like, since all of Supercoach flocked Connor Watson 2 weeks ago, he's gone 56-47. He's now 602k with a break even of 100, and he's up against the Storm. Yeah, look, if he gets down to 550k and I've got some spare trades up my sleeves, I might consider it, but we'll see what happens. I doubt it, though. I very, very much doubt it. Mark, I didn't play Mark. 34 points. Teddy with a 37, a lot captained him. Honestly, like, the Sharks have very good defense when it comes to fullbacks in regards to Supercoach. And Teddy has not looked himself the last couple of weeks. And that was just not a good matchup to captain him away against the Sharks, who are fighting for a top 8 spot. I think it just, when it comes to captaining Tedesco, I think people need to just pump the brakes a little bit and stop expecting 100 plus every week, because it's just not going to happen, especially against good sides. Yeah, let's talk about Billy Smith and Nickera. So, I traded Nickera in, and he gets knocked out in the first 10 minutes of the game. So, yeah, that was amazing to see. That really, like, topped up my night. I love that. And then not long after, the Supercoach God was like, hey, guess what? That's not all I got for you. Here's another HIA, and knocked out Billy Smith. So knocked out 2 of my pod players in the space of 10 minutes for a total combined points of 12. Yeah, so I looked into that, and the chances of that happening in the first 2 rounds of the round in the first 20 minutes was a 1 in 380 chance of that happening. So yeah, massive shout out to the Supercoach gods and Billy Smith and Nickera. Thank you very much. Dolphins and the Cowboys. Finally, Herbie Farmworth comes back to earth with a 77, which is very, very good as a non-owner. Kind of got sick and tired of seeing him ton up every fucking week. Yeah, Murray Tuolagi with a 92. I was eyeing him off as a pod. Very glad because he's just done his hammy. Man, flashbacks of the year 2023 with Connolly Lemuelu, 120. He has been very much killing it the last... Is it? I thought he got something else there. Wait, so 120... Oh, I'm thinking back in 14, 15, 16. So he went on a little run there, 14, 15, 16. Then he had 2 crappy rounds there. And then he's not a bad shout, man. Like, if you're in draft and he's in your waivers, I would be looking at that. Drinky with an 87 had the VC on him, but that's just not good enough. Dearden with a 73. Yeah, really not much going on there for the rest of the guys. The Cows really need Clifford back in their side ASAP because, yeah, having Purdue in the halves just ain't it. Righto, guys. That rounds up the round. So let's just have a look, man. 1,044. Tell you what stings. The thing that stings is you work hard to get to where you are in Supercoach. You work all the way up to like the top 500, and then things happen that are completely out of your control, and they absolutely fucking hammer you. Like, look at this. Look, ready? Billy Smith with 8 points. Nickero with a 4. Brian Toto with a 38. Tino with a 15. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one out of 170,000 fucking super coaches that copped that bed shit. So yeah. Very, very good. Pretty happy with that. Righto, let's get into it very, very quickly. Keon, heavily traded out. I get it. He's done for the season. Tino, 3,700 trading him out. Billy Smith getting traded out. Get it. Teddy being traded out. Now, I'm assuming that everybody is trading Teddy to Cleary in the flex. It's either Cleary or Dylan Edwards. Oh, man, do you know what? I feel like this could be a turning point in people's seasons. If you don't trade Teddy to Dylan Edwards this week and Teddy has a 30 in him against Melbourne and Dylan Edwards and Cleary absolutely destroy the Tigers, this could genuinely be the turning point. I'm not even joking. Oh man, I could easily do Teddy to Edwards. Which I might. And then do Keon to Haas. I'm going to really sit on that because I actually do genuinely feel like that there is a turning point. That there. Because the Roosters have a tough draw. So let's have a look at the Roosters. The Roosters break even of 133. They go Storm. They go Manly, who are on the up now at 4 Pines. Then they go Dolphins at Suncorp, which will be a tough match. Then they go Bulldogs. Then they go Para. Then they go Melbourne in round 26, where Melbourne could be fighting for a minor premiership spot. Mate, I'm telling you right now, I think that could be the go. I think Teddy to Edwards, Tigers, Titans, Knights the next 3. But then they've got a tough run. They've got Melbourne, Canberra, Bulldogs. The next 3 weeks, in comparison to the Roosters, is polar opposites. Oh man, I've got some decisions to make. Hudson Young, 716k. Many people are trading him in. I get it. I want him, but I cannot get him because I went Nickera for a 4 points. Blake Brayley, 700k. Yep. Man, I get it. Trust me, Brayley's on fire, but ain't no way I'm paying 700 fucking K for Blake Brayley. Righto, guys. Let's just have a look quickly what I can do, right? So let's go trade on Teddy. We'll go trade to Teddy. Oh, hang on. I've got to move him into my... Oh, no, I've got it. Trade to Edwards, which gives me 112k. And can I go Keon to Haas? Yep. Holy fuck, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do it. Gives me 4 trades left. It gives me 4 trades left, but if you have a look at my side, there's not much else I really need to do besides get Cleary back in. But then I can just like nuff Hubner and go Hughes to Cleary if I want. Yeah. Walsh this week's going to be a great pod to have. Karapani. So the sides actually looks alright. Like if Brian plays, we're going to have Brian, we're going to have Karapani, Walsh, we're going to have Hughes. Munster's not playing this week. Bellamy said he's out. Then we've got Katoa, Angus, and Preston in their 2 RFs. Nickera, Tino, and Hubner there sitting there. Hubner's a piece of shit. He's going to go soon. And then our front row is Terrell May and Haas. And our backup front rower with Tarpanay. And Starling to run at home. So the side's actually pretty fine. I've got 4 trades there. I can just sit on my hands for a little bit, but fucking hell, at this rate, like, if I continue to cop injuries like I did on the weekend, I'm going to have no side in 2 weeks' time. So, anyway, guys, yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. I much appreciate it. If you haven't already, sub up, guys. It's not hard. Helps the channel. Leave a comment, leave a like. Let me know in the comments how you went on the weekend. I know everyone wants to hammer me for how I went, but do you know what? Just hammer me. Get it out of your system. Let me know how you went in the comments. And yeah. I went to do a Q&A last week, and like 2 people sent me a question. So I'm not going to sit on my ass and record a Q&A podcast for 2 questions. So if you want a Q&A podcast, slam me with some questions and I'll get to them. But if you don't, that's cool. No skin off my nose, guys. Thank you all for tuning in again. You're all legends. And good luck for this week. Cheers.